So nowadays, Asian Americans are both working class people, new immigrants, refugees, and also middle class people. There's a large number of professionals and highly educated Asian Americans. So people say, well, there isn't really discrimination against Asians anymore. So what's the problem? And I think the answer is on several levels. One is that there, as I said, there's been this reproduction of racism over the years that continues into our present day. Also, the model minority myth, the myth that all Asians are successful, well-educated professionals, is still a kind of pathology, right? They're not normal. They're actually a reinvention of the coolie, right? They study 100 hours a week. They have tiger moms whipping them. They're not normal like white kids. And so therefore, their competition is unfair, right? So there's a kind of pathology that's embedded in this myth. And third, there's still discrimination that they face. You know, they may be law school graduates, they may work in finance, but they never get to the very top. And you have a small handful of Asian American entrepreneurs that have been very successful. But other than that, you don't see Asian Americans in corporate boardrooms or as, you know, big partners in the big firms, et cetera, et cetera. So there still is discrimination. And lastly, I think what people need to understand is, why is there a preponderance of upper middle class people in certain Asian immigrant groups? That's actually because of our immigration policy that favors giving visas to people from certain professional groups. And so in 1965, when the laws were changed, there weren't that many Asians in this country that they could use the family preferences to migrate over. So they used the professional categories. And once they get here, then they can become a citizen, then they can petition for their family members to come over, but they're coming from the same social background. So you have policy itself hyper-selecting people from certain class backgrounds. Because, you know, not everybody in India is a doctor. You don't have a billion doctors in China, right? This is a process of self-selection based on home country conditions and US policy opportunities themselves.
You can read Mae Ngai's trenchant analysis of nativism and 15 other vitally important contributions in Immigration Matters: Movements, Visions, and Strategies for a Progressive Future, the perfect handbook for activists, scholars, policymakers, and anyone seeking solutions for one of the defining challenges of our time.